Let's start with section 3.1. You already know general form for any quadratic equations. Any quadratic equations is x squared plus bx plus c. So write down this note. I'm asking you, where is the leading coefficient? The leading coefficient, which is the coefficient that's lead the function. That's mean with the highest exponents. So sometimes they give you the equations, and you have to write down the equation again from the highest exponent to the lowest one. So the leading coefficient is going to be A, the number with the highest exponents. So now, how to find the vertex formula? Okay, so here's the quadratic equations. If they ask you find the vertex formula, how I'm going to find the vertex formula, which is here? First of all, I need to find what? Value of h. I need to find the value of k. How are we going to find the value of h? By negative b, the value of b divided by 2a. How are we going to find the value from the quadratic equations? We're going to find negative b. B is 5, that's going to be negative 5 divided by 2a. Value of a. The value is going to be of h. Then I'm going to find the value of k. How? By plugging the value of h in the function. Do an example, is going to be easy. Okay? By plugging the value of h in the function, I'm going to get the value of k. So now I have h and k. Check here. You're going to plug in h here. I'm going to plug in k here. The value of a is from the same value of a here. So when you find the h and the k, plug in everything in this formula, you're going to get the vertex formula. Is that okay? Is that okay so far? Yes or no? I'm going to do an example exactly what I'm doing. If they ask you the vertex point, what's the meaning of the vertex point? It's going to be on the graph. It's the highest point of the lowest one. Okay? The highest point, and this one. So here is going to be the vertex, the highest point on the graph, the maximum. So they ask you find the maximum, that means the highest point, that means the vertex. The minimum is going to be what? Also the vertex. You see, it depends about the graph. And how are you going to know the graph is going to be maximum or minimum? It depends about the value of the leading coefficient. So if the leading coefficient is less than 0, which is a negative number, so it's going to be this shape. Okay? If the value of a greater than 0, so it's going to be minimum. That means going to be the shape is going to be upward. Okay? Here is going to be a shape downward. Okay? So again, we need to know this one, how to find h and k. The vertex point, which is the maximum point or the minimum point, the value of h and the value of k. So every time they ask you find the vertex point, you have to find the same thing, h and k. And this one is going to be the point is the maximum or the minimum. So okay, so far. At the same time, we can find the vertex formula. And then if they ask you about the axis of symmetry, which is what? When you graph it on the coordinate, the axis is going to be x equal h. At which point h? How much the value of h? And divide the graph to 2 halves. Symmetric. Remember that? Then at the point when x equal h. How are we gonna find the h? From the formula. Okay, same thing here. The axis of the symmetry, which is make the graph symmetric at x equal h. That's what I'm gonna ask you also. Is that okay so far? Any further example? If you look at this example, this is the same example we have. What they ask you to find. Find the vertex, which is mean what? We need to find this point, right? Now look. One similar to this form, similar to this form. So the function, the equation is similar to what? The vertex formula, right? So check what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to do mistake. You can write down the vertex formula, which is a x minus h squared plus k. See, I'm just going to write down the vertex formula. Now they ask you to find the vertex point. That means how much the value of h? Negative h equal -3, right? Negative h equal -3. That means how much h? What about k? K equal what?
-9.
-9. So we have the value of h, we have the value of k. Now tell me, can I write down the vertex point?
Yes.
H and k equal, h is 3 and k is, that's it.
But you took the negative off. Does it matter?
Which one? Remember this one?
Yes.
Because negative h equal -3. I need to find the value of h. Because with the formula is minus h.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay? So when you plug in -3, it's going to be wrong. That's why the value of h is what?
It turns
So
into
be careful. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now, what else they asking you to find? They ask you to find the vertex. What else?
X and Y intercepts and axes of symmetry.
Okay. So first of all, how are we going to find the x intercept? How are we going to find the x intercept? How are we going to find the x intercept? No, leave the vertex now on the side. How to find the x intercept? Find the x intercept. You're going to let
X equal E.
y equals 0. You need to find the intercept. How are we going to find the intercept? X intercept by let y equals 0. So where is y here? F of x is the y. So I'm going to put 0 here. For what? X minus a 3 squared minus 9. Okay, so far. Down here again. 0 equal x minus a 3 squared minus 9. We're going to solve this one. See, we're back to the second section. Section 1.6.
You gotta foil it.
You can't foil it. You have to do something before you start foiling.
Back there.
So add 9. So if you add 9 to both sides, so here it's going to be 9 equal x minus a 3 squared. Next step, how you foiling? Before you foiling, don't think about foiling. Well, this one, is that the same thing? X minus a 3 squared equal 9. And take square root for both sides. Take square root. Square root of 9. And so here, what's the left? Plus or minus what? That means how many x, how many y intercept? How many x intercept? Sorry. 2, because we have 2 numbers here. So the first one, x minus a 3 equal 3. Move the 3 to the other side. So how much the value of x? 6. And x minus a 3 equal -3. Move the 3 to the other side. X equals 0. We have 2x intercept, which is 6 with the 0 and 0. This 0. Is that okay so far? Now, we already found the x-intercept, and we're going to find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept, how are we going to find the y-intercept? I let x equal 0. So I'm going to go back to the original vertex formula here. This is the value of y. I'm going to put x 0. That means y is going to be equal 0 minus 3 squared minus 9. Y is going to be equal 0 minus 3, negative 3 squared minus 9. Negative 3 squared equal what? So 9 minus 9. So y equal 0. That means the y-intercept is 0, 0. Done from this step. Is that okay? How many x-intercept? 2. How many y-intercept? 1, which is the y. This point is the same thing. X-intercept and the y-intercept on the same time, which is fine. What else they ask you to find the x's of? Which is x equal h. So x equal h. That means x equal. What's the value of h? For example. So if you want to do a simpler graph, let's do a simpler graph about this one. We can graph now. We can graph it. So where is the vertex? The vertex is a 3, negative 9, right? So I'm gonna graph this one. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be our vertex. Now, where is the x-intercept? 6, 0, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the x-intercept, and the other one is 0, 0. What do you think? How is the graph? The graph is, how much the value of A? 1. So the graph, if the value of A is greater than 0, the graph is upward, right? That's how it looks like. This is the vertex. So the graph is going up from this side. The graph is going up from this. This is x-intercept and y-intercept. These 2 points, the x-intercept, that's it. That's the graph. Simple graph, just put the x-intercept, put the vertex upward. How are we going to find this upward? Because the value of A equal 1, and A is greater than 0, that means the graph is going upward. Okay? If it's negative, the graph is going to be going downward. Okay, that means it's going to be wrong. It's going to be the same graph. So, okay, so far? Ready for the next one? Let's write down the next one, which is f of x equal negative x minus 2 squared minus 1. Example 2. So let's again. We ask you find the vertex. I'm gonna check this one similar to what? The vertex formula. I'm going to write down the vertex formula. That's the first thing. It's going to make everything easier for me. Now, what's the value of A? Negative 1. So you see, the value of A is negative 1. So I already know the graph is going downward. I just locating the value of A. Okay? Now, what else? How much the value of H? Be careful here. Negative H equal negative 2. Divide both sides by 1. So H equal 2. How much the value of K? K equal negative 1. Then from the first part, that's mean the vertex point equal what? H is 2, K is -1. So we're done from the first part. Next step, we're going to find what? X-intercept. X-intercept and let y equals 0. And 0 here. So 0 equal negative x minus 2 squared minus 1. How are we going to solve this one? Go ahead, add 1. So we're going to add 1 per side. Cancel. So 1 equals negative x minus 2 squared. What's the next step?
Can you divide by the negative?
Yes, you have to divide by negative because there is negative sign. It's a problem here. So divide by -1. It's going to be -1 on this side equal what? X minus 2 squared. Let's write down here again. I'm going to write down x minus 2 squared negative 1. Now, what's the next step?
Get the root number.
What?
Put the radical over it. So we,
Yeah, square root both sides.
the square root.
So square x minus 2 squared equal square of -1. On this side, what's the left? X minus 2. Plus or minus, what's the square root of -1?
Imaginary.
The negative, the negative sign is going to be what? I. Square root of 1 is 1. That's it. So it's going to be plus or minus I. What's that mean? When you get the plus or minus I, this is complex dimension, which is there is intercept with the complex direction. It's a different topic. But in real number, this is not an x-intercept. Yes, after you solve it, it's going to be x equal, move the 2 to the other side, 2 plus or minus I. So in this case, you're going to say no x-intercept. And we will see in the graph. You don't have x-intercept because there's an I. Is it okay? Now, how to find the y-intercept? In the red, x equals 0. Go back here, plug in 0 here. That means y equal be negative 0 minus 2 squared minus 1. Negative 0 minus 2 is -2 squared. Maybe 4. That means it's going to be -4 minus 1, which is equal -5. So the y-intercept is 0, -5. Now with this graph, we have vertex. There's no x-intercept, and we have what? We have y-intercept. So here is the vertex. We have 2, -4. And we have the y-intercept 0, -5. There's no x-intercept. Can we do a simple graph? Simple graph just to figure out. Vertex is 2, -1. Here is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -1. You know, 2, -1. So here is our vertex. Now what else we have? 0, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can tell the graph looks like what? This is the vertex, which is the highest, because the value, if you go back to the original function, the value of a equal what? -1, which is what? Less than 0. So the graph is going downward. So in this case, 100%, the graph going like this from this side. Does it look like? Okay. Then from the other side, Okay, if you want to make sure this is right, you can pick any number here. You pick any number, like -3. Sorry, 3. Plug it in the original function to get the y. The y is going to be on the graph here. It's going to be down, not it's going to be up. Okay, 100%. This is just to make sure you are doing the right graph. They ask you to graph it, but if you want to use the vertex to graph it, yes, this side is fine. We need to make sure we got the right side from this side. So we can pick any value of x here, get the value of y, and then go ahead to the line. You get the idea? They didn't ask you on this equation to graph it. But if they ask you to graph it, you can do the same thing. Is that okay so far? Now, the other question, what they're telling you. This cake? Let's see. So they ask you to find the vertex formula, right? That's what they're asking you. Now, look to the equations written in which form? The equations written in the general form, right? Which is the general form is, I know the general form is f of x equal ax squared plus bx plus c. So my goal to write down this form, how much the value of a? Oh, 2. How much the value of b? 20. And how much the value of c? 42. They ask you to write down the vertex formula. So my goal is to find what? Find f of x equal a x minus h squared plus k. That's my goal, right? Yes or no? Do I have the value of a? How much? 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and say f of x equals 2 x, keep it x, minus square plus what I need to find. I need to find h and k. You see what I did? Locate a, b, and c. And my goal is to find the vertex formula. So I'm going to write down the formula and check what I need to fill the formula. Now what I need to find h. Let's go back again. H equal what?
Negative b over 2a.
Negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. Which is equal. How much? Here is the negative with the formula. How much is the value of b?
20.
So negative 20 divided by 2 times. How much the value of a? So it's going to be negative 20 divided by 4, which is equal. Is that hard? So what I'm going to put negative 5 here. So negative 5 is going to be what? It's going to be positive 5 because I have negative with the formula. And h is negative 5. So it's going to be negative 5, which is going to be plus 5. Is that okay? Now what else I need to find? Okay, how I'm going to find k? It's f to the h, right? That's the formula, right? So k equal f. How much the value of h? Equal. What's the meaning of f to the negative 5? Over to the k. What's the meaning of f to negative 5? How are we gonna find this? Oh, we did this one a lot. How are we gonna find f to negative 5?
That's 0 or
No, I need to find f to the negative 5. What's the meaning of negative 5 is x. I'm going to plug in x where? What's that?
y.
Which is being y. I need to find y. How am I going to find the y? When x is negative 5, I have to plug in where? Yes, evaluate. Remember when we evaluate the number? Remember when we evaluate f to the 0? This is the value of x. I'm going to plug in x squared in the original function, right? Find the value of y. It's the same thing. evaluate this. See, I hide k, so I'm not gonna get confused. Hide k, and plug in -5 in the original function, which is this one. So I'm gonna say it's 2 times -5 squared plus 20 times -5 plus 42. Go ahead, plug in this one, tell me how much it's going to be. Right? So how much the value of k? Well, I'm gonna put -k. So plus going to be minus. Now if I ask you how much the vertex point, yes. So the vertex is -5. Right? Ask you to write down this equation in the vertex form and graph the function and define the vertex, the y-intercept, the x-intercept, and the x-zone. They ask you to find everything. So we have to start, first of all, find the vertex formula. So I'm going to write down how much the value of A and the one, the value of B, C equal. Find the vertex formula. I need to find H and K. So H equal -B over 2A, which is equal. Be careful. Negative sign with the formula. How much the value of B? -2. Divide by 2 times the value of A is 1. So negative is positive. That means 2 divided by -2, which is H equal -1. K equal F to the H, which is equal F to the -1. So that means I need to plug in -1 where the original equations here. It's -1 squared minus 2 times -1. That's a 3. So equal, this is positive. So give me -1 plus 2. -1 plus 2, 1 plus 3. Okay. We have H, we have K. Write down the vertex formula. It's alpha fill X equal A X minus H squared plus K. It's me. Alpha fill X is going to be the value of A is -1. X H is -1 minus -1 squared plus the value of K is 4. It means alpha fill X equal negative X plus 1 squared. Okay, so far? Yes or no? Now, next step. How much the vertex point? Let's add down here. Vertex is H and K. This means -1 and. They ask you to graph it, so we're going to find the x-intercept and y-intercept. And in this case, it's up to you. You want to use this one, you want to use this formula, it's up to you. Let's use the vertex. First of all, x-intercept, let y equals 0. Go and use the vertex formula here. Plug in y equals 0 here. So 0 equal negative x plus 1 squared plus 4. Then what am I going to do? Move the 4 to the other side. Minus 4 from both sides. Give me negative 4 equal negative x plus 1 squared. By both sides by negative 1. That means 4 equal x plus 1 squared. The next step, square root both sides. So here, left x plus 1 equal plus or minus. That means x is going to be negative 1 plus 2. Write down x plus 1 equal plus or minus 2. That means x is going to be equal to 2 minus 1. 1. X equal negative 2 minus 1, which is equal. So we have two x-intercepts, which is 1 and 0. And the other one is negative 3 with. Okay. Can we find the y-intercept? Can I let x equals 0? Go back here, like a 0, vertex forward. So y is going to be equal negative 0 plus 1 square plus 4. Y is going to be equal 0 plus 1 is 1 squared 1 minus is going to be negative 1 plus 4. So the y is going to be equal. That means y-intercept is 0, 3. What else they ask you to find? The axis of the symmetry is x equal h, which means x equal negative 1, right? And the next step, we go into graph it. Let's graph it. Let's locate the points. We have the vertex is negative 1 and 4. So here is negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, this is the vertex point. And if I go back to the graph, if you go back to the original function of the vertex, how much the value of A? I know the value of A equal negative 1. So the graph is going to be downward like this. Okay? So I know the graph is going to be like this. Now what else? How many x-intercept? The first one is 1, 0, which is here, right? And the second one is negative 3, 0. 1, 2, 3. You can tell where's the graph. Where's the y-intercept?
3, 0.
0, 3.
Or 0, 3.
So 1, 2, 3. So the graph, because here is not accurate, going to be like this, 0, 3, and going down. And from the other side, okay, the y-intercept? The y-intercept 0, 3. The x-intercept, these 2 points, and the graph is gonna just go down. So by using the vertex formula, find the vertex, find the x-intercept, the y-intercept, you can graph it. So this is another way to graph any type of equations by finding quadratic, by finding the vertex formula. Okay? Let's see. We have to define the vertex formula. So we need to find h and a. Now let's locate how much the value of a. B is 8. There's something wrong here. X. And the value of C is negative 1. In this case, H is going to be equal to B divided by 2A equal negative 48 divided by 2 times negative 3, which is equal negative 48 divided by negative 6, which is equal is 8. The value of h. The value of k is f to the h, which means f to the 8. I'm gonna plug in 8 where? Do not. So negative 3 times 8 squared. That's 48 times 8 minus 1, 65. How much is going to be equal? 27.
I don't know if I got it right. I did it in a hurry.
7?
Let me check again.
Yeah, you're right.
12.
12 or 27?
No, I'm true.
27. Be careful when you plug in everything in the calculator here. Make sure to put the parentheses. It's 27. So the vertex point is going to be 8 and 27. The vertex formula of x equal 8 x minus h squared f to the x is going to be a is negative 3 x minus the value of h is 8 squared plus the value of k is 7. That's it. Is that okay?
It's a lot of steps.
By practicing, it's going to be easy. All right, read the question, the last one. Which number? What are they telling you?
At the end of his career, Sherlock Holmes retired to a small farm in the country and took up a hobby of beekeeping. Being an analytical mind, he could not just watch a bee fly from flower to flower. He formulated a mathematical model for the parabolic path a bee follows from flower A to flower B. The path is given.
See in the graph, from A to B. Here's the location for. Keep going.
Path is given by f
Which is this function
function.
by negative 0.03 x squared plus 1.8 x minus 24.
What is the maximum height the bee?
Wait, before that,
Oh.
I'm telling you,
Where x is the
that's important.
inches.
When x is the distance, okay?
Yeah, where x is equal to.
So this one they're telling you is the distance on the x coordinate, okay? Which is the value of x, which is here. Keep going.
Where x is the distance in inches along the ground from Sherlock.
Okay, what they ask you to find?
What is the maximum height the bee reaches as it flies from A to B?
Okay, what's the meaning of maximum height?
The vertex.
Which is the vertex.
Yeah.
So we need, here is the vertex, the maximum height reach. We need to find the vertex. Is that hard? You're just gonna locate, they're telling you this is the x, the maximum height is the vertex. So that's mean, let's go back here, how much the value of A? 0.3, the value of B, 1.8, the value of C equal negative 24. So H is going to be negative B divided by 2A, which is equal negative 1.8 divided by 2 times negative 0.3. Equal what?
That's 30.
Now, we need to find the K. 30 is the distance. 30 inches, okay? Is the distance in inches. Now we're going to find like from here to here. How many inches? 30 inches, okay? At this point, X is 30. How much Y? You're gonna plug in 30 where? Which is the value of K. N to the H is equal F to the 30. Let's mean equal. Again, 0.03 times 30 squared plus 1.8 times 30 minus 24. Equal what? 3. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I got too. 3.
3 inches. Okay. B. What they ask for B?
How did y'all get 30? That's what confused me.
You plug it in like this. It's that fraction. I mean, the formula for h equals negative b over 2a.
How did you plug in?
See, I plugged it in like negative 1.8 divided by 2 and then parentheses.
Did you put parentheses here? No. Did you put parentheses for the whole thing?
No.
That's the wrong thing. So when you said, let me show you here. That's important. When you plug it in the calculator,
I plugged it in as a fraction.
that's gonna be right. But I'm talking about you. How did you plug in? You plug in. You said negative 1.8
Said
divided by
2
said 2 times. You plug in like this, right? That's gonna be wrong. Because the calculator, what's gonna do? It's gonna divide negative 1.8 by 2, and the result is gonna multiply by this number. This is wrong. Okay? So to make sure you get the right thing, what are you gonna do?
Put the fraction symbol, and then you just type it. Whatever.
If you want to make sure to get the right thing, put parentheses here. To tell the calculator,
do that together.
yes, divide this one by everything here. Okay? And there is a fraction sample, you can use it.
Okay.
Okay? That's a good point, because that's when you're going to do mistakes when you plug in. Now, next step, what they're asking you. Next step,
How far from Sherlock are flowers A and B?
you need the distance between what? A and B. What's that? If you look at the graph.
The x-intercept?
That's it. This is the x-intercept. They ask you this one and this one. If you look at the graph, is that the x-intercept? So how are we going to find the x-intercept?
Y.
So plug in y equals 0. I have this function, plug in 0 here. So 0, the x-intercept, so 0 is going to be equal negative 0.03 x squared. It's 1.8 x minus 24. Now here is the important part. How are you going to solve it? Okay. So you said you're gonna multiply by 100. So here is going to be negative 3x squared plus what? 1.8 times 100.
18.
Oh, wait.
Is it
180, right?
180.
X minus equals 0. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now, with that easier to work on, now simplify it more. How are we going to simplify it? Can I divide everything by negative 3? Yes or no? Divide everything by negative 3. So it's going to be x squared minus what? 18 by 3. 60x minus plus. Divide by negative 3. 24 by 3. 800, right? I don't know. What's the next step? This is the easiest one.
Combining.
We need to factor it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So how are we going to factor this one? 800. Which number are going to multiply by other number to get 800? At the same time, it's going to be can see it. If you multiply 20 times 40, how much is going to be?
60.
No, if you multiply,
800.
it's going to be 800. If you
Add up.
add them, it's going to be what? 60.
Yeah.
Yes. So can I do that? So I'm going to say 2 parentheses equals 0, x, 20, 40, minus. Negative 20x, negative 40x, combined, it's going to be negative 60. Okay? It's going to be x minus 20 equal 0. That means x equal 24. X minus 40 equals 0. That means x equal. That means the x-intercept will be 0 and 20. Can you tell now on the graph? This makes sense. So check here. The first x-intercept, the 20, 0, is going to be here. This is the point 20, 0, right? And check, the middle point is what? 30. The last x-intercept is what? That's it. It makes more sense now with the graph. Because these are the x-intercept and the vertex with the axis of the symmetry is going to be exactly in the middle when x equal what? What is the value of h? 30. See? It makes more sense now. Got it? Subtracted cake.